Welcome back to Homestead Development. Today, we are installing the plumbing that will be going in the slab. Use your floor plans to figure out your stub-up locations. Measure and mark these locations with blue paint. Now, we will dig a trench for the main trunk line. I advise you consult with a plumber to help draw your plumbing layout, as this is literally going in concrete and will be difficult to adjust later. Decide what size pipe you will be using. I am using 4-inch for the toilets, 3-inch for the trunk line, and 2-inch for everything else. You can reduce the 2-inch for sinks and other small sources later in the building process. The trunk line is 3-inch Schedule 40 pipe. Next, we will install the sanitary tees that will go to each plumbing fixture. Locate your plumbing stub-ups. Use your floor plans to figure out how far from the edge of the forms your stub-ups will be. The fixture locations are staked with 1/2-inch metal pipe. Make sure all pipes have the correct slope. 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch of drop per foot, or 1/8 to 1/4 bubble on a level. Cut pipe and glue elbows at each stake. The center of the toilet stub-up is usually 12 inches from the finished wall behind it. Some toilets have a rough-in distance of 10 or 14 inches, so if you have a particular toilet that you want to purchase, check with the manufacturer for rough-in specifications. Make sure the elbows are square and level. You can pack the pipe with dirt to keep it from moving. Once you have your stub-ups in the correct locations and level, use stakes and duct tape to make sure they won't move during the concrete pour. Make sure to use plenty of primer and glue. Inspectors will look for purple primer at every joint. Install risers on each elbow. Vent stacks, sink drains, and washing machine drains typically go inside of wall cavities. Make sure to install P-traps at tub and shower locations. This job requires an inspection, so we install caps on all the risers and extend one riser to 8 feet and fill it with water to check for leaks.